Hey, what's up guys, this is Hardwell and you're watching EDMNYC.
What's going on, man? You're here back in New York. You travel all over the world, like you have residencies and pretty much everywhere. You have Ibiza, Vegas. What do you find differently about playing in New York compared to other party cities like Las Vegas and Ibiza?
There's a lot going on in New York, People are really up to date, they exactly know what's going on, the whole EDM scene. So to be a part of the whole EDM scene here in New York, it's always a really good thing. New York was one of the first cities who really discovered Hardwell here in the States. I think together with Miami, so yeah, for me it's always good to be here in New York. Actually, one of the first gigs I did in the States 4 years ago was New York. So
I remember I was here when you played with Barry Corsten over at Best Buy Theater, and you absolutely crushed it. That's when I knew instantly that you were going to be a superstar. You have a specific style and sound that you go by, which is just very, very capturing. From all the people, from kids to adults, they just love that big room progressive sound. Leading me to our next question, like, you work with amazing artists that I speak with all the time, such as Jordy Daz, Dyro, Danik, and their sounds are so unique and their kicks are so punchy. Like, it's hard because you see a lot of these Dutch DJs all support each other. You guys are obviously, like one house family, and I've seen it mentioned on other interviews before. Like, what does it take, or because sending these demos and stuff to some of the labels, you don't really hear back from them and stuff like that. So it's hard for some of us up and coming producers to really get their music heard when they want to. What would you suggest for us up and comers?
Just keep sending your tracks to labels. My label manager is checking everything. He's making a pre-selection for me, and I will make a selection from that point. But still, you've got everything right now. You've got YouTube, you've got SoundCloud. As long as you make a good track, an original track, send it out to some blogs. The contact information is on there on the website. And I think every good track will be up there. Even if you like a no-name or a no-name, everybody is up for good new music.
Yeah, for sure, man. Talking about the scene like we were just before, a lot of people think that the progressive house scene is going to expand into maybe more go back to minimal or progressive, and do you think it's going to take like a certain song or an artist to maybe reshape or develop the sound of progressive house? Where do you think it's going to go over the next year?
I think we're all developing our own sound and everything's coming together. I think people are more open-minded than ever right now at this point, so yeah, for sure that minimal and techno is going to be like way bigger than before, but same for electro, same for dubstep, same for progressive. It's all coming together and we're all blending it. Why you should take one particular genre and start producing it. And for example, my track 3 Triangles was really techno inspired, and
sure.
Yeah, and that was one of the records I really love to do, and it's great to see the response. Even Swedish House Mafia is playing it right now, so yeah, I think that's a good thing. You can just combine everything you ever want.
I think it's great that you expand your sound. I have a lot of respect when I saw that 2-room release, because I'm obviously a huge fan of yours, and to see like not just sticking to that one specific big room sound and going into more of a progressive techie track, it's definitely something that's a lot more inspiring. That being said, like, what would you say has been one of the hardest decisions you've ever had to make as a DJ or a label owner?
When I was young, I was signed to a major label in Holland, and I think when I quit on that label, I had I was like a 360 sign. So when I left the label, I had no bookings agency, I had no manager, I had no label, and just started totally, totally fresh. Yeah, since that point I have a new agency, new manager, and started my own label, Revealed Recordings. But that was a hard decision, because I didn't want to be like signed to a major label and they told me what to do, exactly what to do, and which record they want to release and when. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it myself. But that was a hard decision at the time.
That pretty much leads me to my last question, which how Revealed came to fruition. What was the deciding factor you wanted to be a label owner as opposed to just a traveling DJ?
Yeah, one of the biggest reasons for Revealed Recording is that it was time to reveal Hardwell the sound. That's why Revealed Recordings came up, and it's really inspiring for me to work with new artists, and that's inspired me a lot, and it still inspires me a lot. And besides being a DJ, it's always good to have your own label to keep yourself fresh, and yeah, it's a great opportunity to work with different artists.
It's amazing, yeah, I totally agree. Well, man, thank you. I'm gonna let you get some rest before the gig tonight at Lavo.
Thank you, man.
All right, man, thank you very much. You're watching EDMNYC TV. Hardwell over here. Over and out.